You might hear me type typing or clicking around or I don't know. I just wanted this to be quick. I've been having some really crazy vivid dreams lately and my dad might be making noise in the background. I apologize. These videos don't really get that many views. I noticed, as odd as that seems, so I don't know if anyone's going to be watching these. Maybe I got to film my face more often. I don't know, to get more views. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm talking to the wall, I guess. I had a crazy dream. I told my friend this. Trying to read the messages here. It's so weird because they said that they were crying for me. This is real life, by the way. They were real life crying for me, but it was a different kind of crying. It was like a painful type, just anguish and sadness. They said they haven't cried like that since 2020, 2021. And I say, well, I find that kind of weird. Find that kind of that was from my friend. I mean, that was from my friend. I said I find that kind of weird. You were crying for me because I had a dream. I keep having these weird dreams. One of them was I became a ghost because I'm obsessed about my health problems lately, my upper back pain. In the dream, I became a ghost, and mom was kind of happy I was gone and out of her life. But I don't know if she would truly think that. I don't think she would, but maybe a little bit. But I think that feeling would only be a small feeling in real life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think she mostly or only feels that way to me. Yeah. I was haunting the house throwing balls and papers, like basketballs, or I don't even have basketballs or bouncing balls or anything. At one point, it felt like I switched lives with someone else and witnessed the poltergeist. Yeah, it was really weird. But maybe I was a ghost and the poltergeist was caused by another ghost in the house, I guess. I don't know. I'm convinced I'm going to, how do I put this? Be out of the simulation soon because of my health problems, the weird upper back pain, stuff like that. Because no one's helping me. No one's helping me with this upper back pain fast enough. Yeah, my fucking. Did I tell you guys about this? My appointment was supposed to be for my back specialist was supposed to be for August 15th. No, I think it was August 17th, and then it got bumped to August 20th, and now it's August 30th, and I can't fucking wait that long, man. I can't fucking wait that long, man. I'm sorry. Typing to someone here. Someone said I post heaps. I post heaps because I think too much. That's probably why I talk too much too. You know what I mean? Um, sorry, I'm messaging people here. Yeah, I told someone I put because someone said to me, this is kind of off topic, but someone said recently to me, you post heaps amount of like stuff on the internet just in general, and I'm just like, I post heaps because I think too much. I think the word heaps mean like a large pile of stuff. I don't know. I gotta get my voice down. Getting kind of distracted here. Um, yeah, I'm convinced my upper back pain is either type B aortic dissection or now I think it could be multiple myeloma. How the fuck do you pronounce this, man? I gotta hold on. Multiple myeloma, whatever. Yeah, I'm convinced I might have that. I know I'm not trying to be hypochondriac, but okay. When I look up back pain on YouTube, when I look up back pain, YouTube showed me two videos of this cancer. It even mentions anemia, which I have. So there might be something actually to this. Now again, it could be just a big, huge fucking coincidence that I have back pain along with anemia. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my messages here. I don't really a little bit off topic. I don't usually reply to people that much. I don't really reply people to. I don't really reply to people that much. That I don't really reply to people that much on the internet anymore. Um, because I don't. Okay, so yeah. Back pain with anemia, kind of sus. Gotta take off my headphones here. My my lower eyes, like my eyelids, they're the white, dude. Like, you know what I mean? They're not even pink or red anymore. But aortic dissection makes more sense for my upper back pain because I have Marfan syndrome like traits, and I have tearing back pain. Yeah, I gotta see a doctor ASAP. I'm supposed to see like I have like a guy came my face down. I have like this phone call or this video chat with my doctor in the next couple days. I gotta tell him I have way too much anxiety and I can't wait for the back specialist. I've been thinking about going to the ER way too many times and I never did, but I keep like I'm really indecisive if I should or not. I've been debating with myself for a very long time if I should or not. Um, you know, what else did my friends say? They just say that they hope that I'm okay and stuff. So they say I really hope these people can realize that you could be yeah, I might be decaying basically internally. Um, something might be really wrong with me. I don't know. Um, oh yeah, and the weird dream, yeah, this weird thing about the dream is about the whole poltergeist thing. I there was a priest. Either he was saying this or I switched like characters or like, you know what I mean? Like I stopped being the ghost for a second and maybe I was the priest or I don't know. I swapped I don't know what it was, but anyways, there was this prayer. Either I was trying to think of a prayer to scare the ghost or someone else was. Like I think someone else. It was a real Bible saying which is the Lord is my shepherd. But I don't know what that means. I think I had a dream of that saying because that's basically like the only Bible verse that I know because I'm not really religious. I grew up Catholic, but it was only for like church. My family was kind of like a lazy Catholics, kind of like isn't like the Marsh family from South Park? Aren't they like Stan Marsh and Randy Marsh? Aren't they like Catholic or something? We were kind of like the South Park version of being Catholic, kind of like lazy, kind of like, oh yeah, well Catholic, but we smoke and we drink and we swear, like kind of like a Catholic South Park Catholic version of like a watered down version of being Christian or Catholic, like a lazy version of it. Like not really holding up. Like there was this guy that I used to know where he would do like Christian live streams and stuff like that, but he would end up drinking on there, and I used to talk to him, and I'm like, dude, you're drinking on live stream talking about Bible stuff, dude. Like, I don't know, not really Christian of you, I don't know. Um, Either I was trying to think of a prayer to scare the ghost, or someone else was. I think someone else, and yeah. Lord is my shepherd. I don't know what that means. I mean, in the dream, this happened because the throwing of objects was getting out of hand. I'm reading some of my messages to my friend, by the way. I gotta keep my voice down. I'm sorry. My dad might be walking down the hallway. I apologize. Um, yeah. As someone was trying to stop, yeah, someone was trying to stop the poltergeist, and then incoherent whispers happened in the dream, like schizophrenia or some horror movie or something. It was it was really weird. There was incoherent. There was I started hearing incoherent whispers in the dream. I feel like it's like demon possessed or something. Like, you know what I mean? I don't really watch scary movies. I know Halloween's coming up as I'm recording this, but I don't think that's the reason. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, my friend said, "The Lord is my shepherd." That's a verse that people use in cleaning rituals, apparently. Said that's so weird. I was also trying to tell mom of a list of songs I wanted her to check out. And this is a list that exists in real life, by the way. But since she painted my room and cleaned it up and stuff, like that was like a year ago, I think, or I don't even know, 2 years ago. Ever since she did that, I don't know where the list is now. Yeah, I had like a list of songs that I wanted mom to check out in case something ever happens to me. It was mostly from this really rare band. Um, well, I listen to a lot of goth music. I'm talking about 80s goth, you know. Um, Fields of the Nephilim. I know I've heard of goths that don't even know that band. They're not really like the top goth bands. Like usually people when people think of goth, they think of like was it Bauhaus, Sisters of Mercy, The Cure, uh, Susie and the Banshees. Like I might be missing some other bands. Like those are usually the goth bands people think of. You know what I mean? Um, Trying to think of some other ones, but yeah, those are usually like the goth bands people usually think of when you talk about gothic rock from the 80s. But Fields of the Nephilim were like a lesser known band. They're not like super rare. Like there is truly like goth bands that are like very rare. There was like this one actually. I don't know what it was exactly, but there is like a lot of goth bands out there that are like very rare. There was one my friend showed me a while ago, and yeah, I don't even know what it. But yeah, this probably like a lot of goth bands out there that barely have any like fans. Like that's more rare than Fields of Nephilim. But I don't know, I'm kind of getting distracted here. But it was like it was mostly the Morning Sun and the Fallen album. I think it was Morning Sun. It's like 10 fucking minutes. There was Tool, there was Descending and Invincible, which is also like that's like two more 10 minutes, so that's like 30 minutes right there. A lot of the songs from the Fallen album of not Evanescence, but Fields of Nephilim. I think From the Fire, I think, and I don't know. Yeah, just music that mom knows about. Mom knows about Tool. She actually introduced me to Tool when I was like a kid or something. Sober, I think was like my first song she played in the car. She introduced me to some cool ass bands. I know Isolate 937. I don't know. He never really comments on one of my videos. He should leave a comment once in a while, man. I don't know why he never does. He used to leave a comment on my old videos. He really should. If you are the other schizotypal guy, that gothic grunge guy. I don't know if I want to say his name. I have no issues with him. I just don't know if I want to say his name. Um, I don't know if he wants to comment too. But she introduced me to cool bands, dude. Like, I don't want to get off topic, but like just the common bands like Nirvana and like Faith No More and Red Hot Chili Peppers and Korn and Disturbed and like Tantric and those bands. But you know, as of she basically introduced me to rock and metal. I think I would have gotten into rock and metal anyways without her help because I became a dark person, so I probably would have looked up on the internet dark music and stumbled upon like Metallica or Slayer or something. I don't know. But no, I started listening into more rare bands and darker bands and like underground, like weirder bands. Um, and I don't know if any of these bands would be her taste, but they are to me. I'm kind of rambling here. I'm probably gonna end this video soon. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I need to say here. Yeah, my appointment for the telehealth is on the 6th. I'm gonna try to get a scan soon, like a CT scan or MRI or for my upper back. I don't know, man. If my doctor says just wait for the 30th, then God really doesn't want me to get the scan. I swear I can't tell my doctor about my ideas of reference. In case you don't know about psychology, I know this video is getting a little bit too long, but ideas of reference is when you think like life is giving me signs. It technically would be delusions of reference in my case, because delusions of reference is like you believe in it like full on, whereas ideas of reference is kind of you're on the edge of you don't know if life is giving you a sign, like you're listening to a music song thing and you think it's giving you messages or the TV's giving you messages or something, but I can't tell my doctor about that or my visual hallucinations and my depression because he's gonna think I have psychotic depression and I don't think I have that. I was diagnosed with schizoaffective 10 years ago, but I don't know if that's accurate or not because I don't really hear voices, but I find it so weird. You cried hard for me. I'm talking to Corrine. Keep calling them Curry. They're non-binary, so their real name is Curry, but they're female. Their woman name is Corrine. Um, So I guess I'm using it interchangeably. Yeah, I said to them, I find it so weird you cried hard for me on top of my dream. I swear this is paranormal. All paranormal means is the definition, all it means at its basic level is paranormal means anything that's outside the realms of science. That's literally it. But if you say that word to a psychiatrist, they think of ghosts, not necessarily. The term paranormal describes experiences that lie outside the range of normal science, basically. Um, Same thing with occult. Occult means hidden knowledge. That's basically like the vague, basic level definition of it. And I said to Corrine, I said I have two paths: going to the ER soon to save my life to get an answer, or keep on waiting and having this thing terminally eat me up because I feel like I have some kind of like terminal illness until proven otherwise, and I don't know if I can wait 30 fucking days to figure it out. I may never figure it out. I don't know if it's cancer or if it's aorta related. This tearing back pain and pulsations in my upper back. Sometimes it travels my whole fucking back from top to bottom, lower to upper to lower, middle, whatever. The only issue is the I don't know if I really want to say that on camera. Okay, so how do I explain this on YouTube? Um, if I out okay, so if my parents I could say this. I think I can say this. If my parents pass away first, like my mom goes, my dad goes, or vice whatever, and if it's just me, you know, as long as I have like a support system, like a caregiver, even though I'm 31 years old, and I'm not homeless, and I'm not in a mental hospital for the rest of my life, if that even exists, I just want to like have something set up for me in case something happens to my parents. They pass away from like old age, or like I want something to get something set up for me, like a living, assisted living or something like that. You know, because I don't want to be like homeless or like struggling to function and I lose my I don't know, you know what I mean? So if I outlive my parents basically, I want like a support. I have mental issues. I have mental issues. I have mental issues. I need some kind of like support, you know? But if I am, you know, having an issue and if this is it for me and if I do have a terminal illness and I have to go soon, Um, I don't know. I kind of just don't want that to happen. I kind of want to know what's wrong with me and fix it. You know what I mean? Um, you know what I mean? That's basically what I'm trying to get at. My friend says, I know exactly which path you should take, and I'm like, which? And they said, ignore. Sorry, you might hear my mom snoring in the background. I'm like, yeah, which path should I take? They're like, ignore whatever that was in your dream. Something is trying to take you. Yeah. Something is. Um, Didn't they say something like something? Didn't my friend say something like something bad's gonna happen or something? Oh yeah. I didn't mention this or anything, but when they were crying, they said to me, "Okay, so when they were crying, I think they were crying for me. I think, right? Or yeah. They said I was crying as you messaged me because they said it felt like an intuition of something bad happening. Yeah, I feel like something bad's gonna happen if I don't get this answer soon. Um, I don't know what it is, man. Yeah, they said ignore whatever what that was in your dream. Something is trying to take you. Go to the ER immediately. Trust me on this. I wouldn't lie about these topics. I actually do care about you and want to see what's best for you. I'm not taking off topic. I'm not trying to. Maybe this is a bad thing to say here because I'm not trying to dig up any old drama. Of all the people that never stayed in my life, that is just fucking. This is the only person that's in my life currently. That's a friend. I do have acquaintances, kind of. I kind of just made one, kind of just recently. I don't know how long they're gonna stay with me, but Corey is like the only person that cares about me right now. You know what? Fuck it. I'll have to put my phone down. Hold on. Okay, sorry if you heard me typing and I was a bit. I had says yeah, I just met somebody. This is a little off topic, but I just made kind of like an acquaintance on another website, and I said, you know, I think I'm going through some health stuff too, and then I said to this other person, I have to wait 30 days to get an answer, but I think I'm you know, something. I have back pain and fatigue. Something just feels very wrong, and chest and abdominal pain too. I've thought about going to the ER on and off, but never did. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that there was a lot of. I did pretty good actually in this video. You know, there wasn't really that many pauses. I did get distracted a lot because I am trying to read notes here. I don't think I'm going to edit this, but something just feels very wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get that feeling like it's not anxiety, it's like tearing back pain. And I'm starting to see colors, visual hallucinations, and I'm losing my mind. I'm telling someone this too. I don't know. I'm gonna start asking. I don't. I'm not gonna make a post. See, I don't see. The thing about me is I don't do these like Reddit posts anymore because I don't really like the attention of waking up and seeing a bunch of fucking replies calling me hypochondriac or just get. I don't like that in general. So I'm going through individual people asking them randomly, should I go to the fucking ER? Because I am telling for every new like acquaintance I meet now, I'm just gonna ask them this. I know they're not doctors, but like I said, it's not anxiety. It's like tearing back pain, and I'm starting to see colors, visual hallucinations, and I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I gotta end this video soon. It's getting way too long. I don't know if anyone's gonna fucking watch this whole fucking thing. Um, I don't think anyone will. I'll send it to Corey. I know they will. I know it's 20 fucking minutes. You don't. No one watches your videos because it's fucking too long. No, even when it's short, people don't watch my videos. I don't know why. Um, yeah, I say, you know, I, I really don't think it's my back. I think it's something that's growing in my back. But yeah, as far as people in my past, it kind of does suck that I used to have people in my life that cared for me, and now like they're out of my life and they don't even like reference me at all. Maybe it's for the best. I mean, you know, I have had. I don't want to talk about fucking. I don't want to dig up any old drama and then they start making posts about me. But I just find that kind of like funny. Anyways, yeah, I said if it is aorta related, aortic rupture is a medically aortic. Hopefully, my hand was not on the mic this whole entire fucking time. Was it? I don't know. I gotta have to listen to this back or something. I'm sorry if it was. Oh well, I don't know. Ah, fuck. Now it's starting to make me worried if my hand was on the mic this whole entire time. Okay, fuck it. Aortic rupture is a medical emergency. People rarely survive this. Basically, mortality rate for aortic rupture is up to 90%. You know, about like around 75% of people leave the simulation basically before they even arrive at the hospital, and up to 90% leave the uh, up to 90% leave the simulation before they even reach the operating room. So this is like, forget reaching the operating room. A lot of them don't even reach the hospital. Like you know what I mean? Like that's how like it's worse. I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges, but this sounds worse than a heart attack, in my opinion. Um, Even some guy on YouTube, some medical doctor said, "What's one of the most craziest conditions you could have?" And he's like, "No, it's not a heart attack. It's this aortic dissection stuff." Um, yeah. It's not really good though. For the cancer thing, that's also bad. For this cancer, this whatever myeloma, whatever. It's like it said somewhere. What is it? 170. Again, this is kind of coming from Wikipedia, so some of this might not be accurate. I'm just giving you a warning. This might not be 100% factual. It might not be. The numbers might be a little bit off, but 175,000 people were diagnosed with this disease, this multiple myeloma, the cancer in 2020, while about so that was 175,000 people, and 117,000 people left the simulation because of that disease. If you know what I mean by leaving the simulation. When I say simulation, I mean it metaphorically, but I kind of do mean it literally too, because I do believe we live in a simulation, because I do see the glitches and the colors. Um, yeah, it said in the United States, forecasts suggested about 36,000 people will be diagnosed with this in this year, 2026. 10,850 people will leave the simulation due to this multiple myeloma. I don't know how you pronounce it. Disease thing. In 2020, estimated 170,405 people were living with this myeloma in America. Um, yeah, you can just read about that on the internet, Wikipedia. This video is getting way too long. I don't know if anyone's gonna fucking listen to it, but I did say if the upper back pain returns, or I'm seeing colors, I'm calling 911. Yeah, dude, I'm calling 911. Even AI is telling me to not even go to urgency care, just to go to the emergency room, man. Um, there's a video by talking with doctors about back pain, about when it's not your back, and the first thing they mention is aorta. Yeah, I mean, even AI is trying to warn me that I gotta go get this situated. My friend just keeps telling me that they love me. They know what aorta rupture is. Yeah, urgent care is fucking ridiculous. They don't even have CTs. They don't even have CAT scans or MRIs. They just have freaking X-rays, or I don't know, man. Um, what else? I think that's it. I don't know. I have ideas on what caused the back pain. I have taken like certain like medications, and I've like done some things, that have elevated my blood pressure or my heart rate. So maybe that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of reading. Yeah, I wrote notes for my telehealth, and I don't know if I should mention this actually. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Should I mention this? I was summoned for jury duty, so I have to deal with that. Um, but I have like mental issues, so like I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know. I'll get that situated. That's more of a legal problem, and I don't know if I really want to talk about that in here. But I have to fucking deal with that too. Um, I just don't feel mentally stable for that. I don't want to get too much into that, but I have mental issues. I have mental issues. I can't live on my own. It's so weird that Schizo Kitzo girl with Schizoaffective, she made a video about visual hallucinations on the same day that I did. I don't think she was influenced by me. I just think it was coincidental. And she made a video about auditory hallucinations kind of like a week ago, so maybe that's why she made that video about her visual hallucinations. Just coincidental timing, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video, I guess. The guy that I was taught, the other, so yeah, that was my friend Corrine, Corey. Um, I was talking to another guy on the internet. There was another acquaintance. The guy that said I'm posting heaps amount of information on the internet. I told him about my back pain too. He didn't reply yet. I'm probably not gonna wait until he replies. I'm probably gonna end this video. I don't know if anyone's gonna listen to 30 minutes of rambling, but that's where I'm at with my life situation. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video now. So yeah, this is Johnnyism, and as for his music updates, I think Lost It All is probably gonna be my last song ever, or at least for now. I don't know. So yeah, I do want to go back to making music though. I just don't fucking know when. I just don't know when.